horse management can take up so much time.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
And it's just rent-free space in your brain that it would be really nice if something just auto-reminded us that, for instance, we needed to deworm. So you wouldn't have to think about it. It would just magically appear when you needed to give it to your horse. Or say all the supplements that you put in your horse's grain bags. Like, wouldn't it be nice if those just magically appeared when you needed them? So this is a video series I'm making about all of the things that I have on Subscribe and Save from Amazon. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Subscribe and Save, it's a program where you put things on auto ordering, and they come at whatever. You can do anything between 1 to 7 months. And what happens is when you order 5 things in 1 month, then you get a discount. But here's the deal. The reason that I'm suggesting this to you guys is because I am buying all this stuff anyway. So I may as well put it on Subscribe and Save, have it automatically come so I don't have to think about it, and get a discount on it because I'm already ordering this stuff on a regular occurrence. So I've broken, I'm going to make a few videos like this. I've broken everything into categories. So without further ado, here are my 5 horse food products that I have on Subscribe and Save with Amazon. So the first one is Cosequin joint supplement. Now, I think I have this one on every 2 months, but it is a joint supplement that helps with my horse's arthritis, and also just in general, it helps keep his body happy and healthy. I will say that the first time I bought this, I bought it as an experiment, but ever since I've continuously used it for almost a year now, I have noticed a difference with it, and I have noticed that he is much better on it than he is off of it. So this is one that I have coming every 2 months because I make grain bags about once a month, and the entire container lasts me for about 2 cycles. The second one is VitaFlex Vitamin E. Now, this is a 5,000 milligram. I do it in a big tub, and this one definitely lasts longer than 2 months. And so this is a great way to ensure that the horse is getting their vitamin E. Side note, vitamin E is also really great for immune support. So it also helps make sure that anytime he has a cut, or anytime he goes to a show, or anytime he does a hard conditioning workout, that his body is recovering as fast as possible. So the third one is Horseshoer's Secret hoof formula. So this one, off the top of my head, I'm not going to remember how often I have these coming. I have them all broken out based on how long it takes me to run through the container. And basically it takes just one iteration of this to figure out what pace you need these delivered to you as well. But sorry, I don't know them all off the top of my head. But Horseshoer's Secret, it's a great hoof formula to help keep your horse's hooves healthy. I mean, honestly, if your horse doesn't have healthy feet, he or she doesn't have anything, because the feet are the foundation of everything that you do. So but Horseshoer's Secret, I had a horse that he was like an 18-hand Irish sport horse, and he had quarter cracks in his hoofs because his hooves were literally the size of my face, and his hooves were notoriously bad because he was so big that his hooves they took a beating. And I noticed, this was when I first fell in love with this product, but that's the horse where I noticed a significant improvement by feeding that Horseshoer's Secret, and I have stuck with it ever since. So that is something I have fed horses for decades. But I will also say that now I have it on Subscribe and Save, so I don't have to think about ordering it. It automatically comes when I already know I'm going to run out of it, and I don't have to think about it. It's great. Okay, so number 4 is UGuard Pellets. Now, this is essentially like a feed for ulcer guard, except it's something that you would give your horse every single day. Now, horses' digestion is pretty much numero uno. It's how everything they do works. And so this is a great way to keep your horse's gut healthy, or at least help it stay healthy as much as possible. Because, like I said, if a horse doesn't have their digestion, they don't have anything. And so this one definitely helps with just a daily maintenance style of gastric health. The one thing I will say is I still also do ulcer guard when I go to horse shows, because just the added pressure of going in the trailer and going however far we have to go, I still do additional help when it comes to traveling and such, but this is a good daily help because horses have to digest every day. It's kind of a thing. All right, so number 5 is peppermints. So I don't know about your horse, but my horse absolutely loves peppermints, and so I have his peppermints coming on autopilot, and since I give him so many peppermints, I constantly run out of them. So now I have tubs of peppermints coming regularly. But if your horse prefers like Mrs. Pasture's cookies, you could also have the cookies sent on demand. So that one's kind of a twofer, but whatever treat your horse likes, you can have that automatically show up at your door. Honestly, the amount of time I have saved not thinking about having to go to the store and buy these things is thinking about all that time I got back, because I don't have to make extra trips to the feed store. I don't have to think about when I'm running low on grain bags. Everything is just going to show up, and all I have to do is bring it to the barn. It's so much easier, and I really wish that Subscribe and Save is kind of my own personal Google Calendar in a way, because what it does is instead of me having to remind myself you're about to run out of grain bags, it automatically comes in the mail. So I already know I'm going to be running out of grain bags, so then I just have to make the grain bags. Like, that's all I have to think about is making the grain bags. I don't have to think about when I'm going to go to the store to buy the things before I run out of grain bags. So that is the part that I have found with Subscribe and Save is amazing. So these are my top 5 for horse food and or just things you feed horses, because making grain bags is a regular occurrence too. I mean, I meal prep more for my horse than I do for myself. And at the end of the day, even if you don't use the same products that I use, think about the horse products that you use regularly and ones that you get really frustrated when you run out of them and you forget to buy more. They're probably on Amazon Subscribe and Save. One of the reasons, though, that I am obsessed with efficiency is because when I'm not on this channel talking to you guys about all things horses, I'm on my other channel, The Business Cowgirl, where I help businesses automate their processes and build technical infrastructure that supports efficiency and effectiveness for their business operations. So that's one of the reasons I was thinking about, how do I use automation in my horse world? And this is how. I didn't even think about this until now, but my Subscribe and Save is how I automate my horse world. Check out the next video, because I did one on food, care, tack cleaning, all these things that I just have automatically coming every so often because everything is on a different schedule. Like I said, it's between 1 and 7 months. Everything that I have on a different schedule. But the point is that these are things that I never have to think about ordering again. They just show up when I need them. And bonus, just because the first time you say, okay, I want it every 2 months, if you recognize that you need it every 3 months, you can change that. So instead of me having to plan to go to the store every so often, all I have to do is go in my app and say, oh, I need this early, or, oh, I need to push this out a month. It's really just that simple. So all the links are down in the description of this video, as well as down in the pinned comment, in case you want to check any of these food things out that I use on my horse. But of course, you can check and see if your favorite horse food products are also on Subscribe and Save, and then you don't have to think about ever buying them ever again. They will just show up at your door like clockwork. So I hope this has helped, and have a great rest of your day.